Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Evans.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman, for inviting me to participate in this critical field hearing. My congressional district encompasses parts of the city of Philadelphia, where in January, as Congressman Dean stated, we lost 12 Fairmount neighborhood residents in a fatal house fire. 8 of those who died were children. Our community remains devastated. But I also appreciate HUD and ATF and the House Financial Committee for investigating this particular tragedy. And I thank Congressman Torres for taking the leadership that he's showing, that this is obviously not just a problem in New York, but it faces our nation. Because in Philadelphia, housing fires, the home 4 smoke detectors were not functioning. The 3 stories, 2 apartments housed 26 people. People do not settle for unsafe housing when they have better choices. But our nation has done little to provide financial stability and housing support for Black and very low-income families. They live very lively in places that are exposed to serious hazards, and it's important that we address this. Well, I look forward to working with Mr. Torres and the Financial Services Committee and HUD to strengthen federal policies relating to financial strategy, particularly for federal assisted properties. The site of Philadelphia Fatal House site was old, but Ms. Kavanaugh, does much of our nation pre-1992 public housing stock market meet the standards under the Fire Administration Authorization Act?
I can't speak to that act specifically, but I can say that the newest constructed housing is the safest. It's built under the newest code and has the most safety protections in it.
How would you suggest policies around smoke detectors involving safety conditions, federally assisted housing, to prevent similar tragedies from occurring?
So I think when it comes to smoke detectors, as my colleagues have referenced, things like hardwired detectors are the safest. It means they're less likely to fail, run out of battery, or even be able to be disabled for a number of reasons. But in the absence of hardwired detectors, we strongly encourage and run many of our own programs and give away, as you heard, thousands of smoke alarms every year to ensure that those residents who need them have them, especially maybe those who can't afford them or seniors who may not be able to put them up when they fail. So we run a whole program around that, about getting detectors into the homes where they're needed.
So how could Congress incentivize building owners to improve safety measures and reduce fire risks?
I think many of the things we've discussed here, many of the things that were in the mayor's executive order will help from top down, but we continue as a department to also work, and certainly the departments in your cities would probably love to do the same or already are doing the same, work from the community level as well to help get residents know about their lived experiences in buildings and respond to those specific conditions and get them the materials that they need and the detectors that they need in their homes.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yield back the balance of my time.